So we are starting with question number 13, exercise question number 13 from page number 122 from chapter number 2. From the following information supplied to you, prepare income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st March 2020 and the balance sheet on that date. For Moreya Sports Club Thane. Now here, first of all, last year balance sheet आपको दिया है. That means you need not to prepare last year balance sheet because capital fund is available there. वहाँ पे capital fund आपको दिया है already. Okay. Now from the last year balance sheet, what to write? क्या क्या लिखना होता है? सबसे पहले तो capital fund लिखना पड़ेगा. You should write capital fund, and then from assets, all fixed assets like a machinery, furniture. These are only two fixed assets which we are going to write. Okay. Then the receipt and payment account is given to you on 31st March 2020. Okay. There is a relation between the last year balance sheet and even the receipt and payment account. Okay. You can see in the last year balance sheet asset, there is outstanding subscription given to you, prepaid insurance premium given to you, and outstanding locker rent is also given to you. Now you are supposed to put a tick marking in the receipt side to subscription, locker rent, and in the payment side, insurance premium. Because these are outstandings and the advance paid in the last year for current year. So also look at the liability side, there is outstanding salary. मतलब आपको बैलेंस शीट के लायबिलिटीज में देखना है लास्ट ईयर बैलेंस शीट और सैलरी को टिक मार्किंग करो, टिक मार्क सैलरी. There is one more item in the liability side of the last year, bank overdraft. Okay, 38,000. Normally, the bank overdraft which is given, they are doing the payment of the same in current year. Look at the payment side, buy bank overdraft. Buy balance brought down, bank overdraft 38,000. मतलब उसका payment हो चुका है. That amount is already paid by organization or the sports club. Okay. Listen to me again. लास्ट ईयर बैलेंस शीट से हमने क्या क्या ले लिया है, कैपिटल फंड लिखना है जो अभी मैं चालू कर देता हूं. आई गेस यू आर रेडी. कैपिटल फंड इज गिवन टू यू 64,500. इट इज टू बी रिकॉर्डेड टू बैलेंस शीट लायबिलिटी. कैपिटल फंड inner column. Okay. Then machinery is given to you 69,000 and furniture is given to you rupees 15,000. लेकिन उसके लिए कुछ एडजस्टमेंट्स है, क्या है वो सब देख के लिखना पड़ेगा. ओके, इफ इट इज रिक्वायर्ड देन इनर कॉलम. लुक एट द पेमेंट साइड नाउ. ओके, मतलब ये सब आपको रेफरेंस से देखना पड़ेगा. बाय फर्नीचर, इसका मतलब फर्नीचर नया परचेस किया है, so फर्नीचर को तो इनर कॉलम में लिखना ही पड़ेगा. And now look at the adjustment section. Any adjustment for depreciation for furniture? Yes. So machinery is not subject to any kind of the changes. Not purchased, not sold, no depreciation on the machinery. Okay. So machinery को आपको outer column में लिखना है 69,000. You are supposed to write the machinery in the outer column. But furniture, you will write in the inner column. Okay, furniture is 15,000 rupees. 15,000 rupees. Furniture inner column में क्यों लिखा है? Because it is purchased and it is also subject to depreciation. Okay. So in this way, from the last year balance sheet, we recorded capital fund in the liability side, machinery in the balance sheet asset per outer column. It is not having any kind of the change in the form of purchases or sell. Furniture in the inner column, it is subject to purchases and depreciation also. Okay, सब है उसमें. So from the last year balance sheet हमने अभी तो इतना लिखा है. And the other items we are going to record during the recording of the payments. But before that, look at the adjustments, please. Subscriptions received include 3,000 for 2018-19. Very important. Everybody please see what is the subscription for last year outstanding. Last year का outstanding कितना subscription है? 8,000. Last year balance sheet में देखो. Okay. Outstanding subscription for 2018-19 is actually 8,000. According to adjustment, it is now received during the current year. कितना मिला हमको? Only 3,000 rupees. Okay. So it is received 3,000. So what is still outstanding is 5,000 rupees. This is still to be received, still outstanding. This will appear in balance sheet asset. The remaining part will appear in the balance sheet asset. Then outstanding subscription for 19-20 was 14,000. This is outstanding for current year. Now tick mark your subscription, please. Again, तो subscription को दो tick marking आ गया. मतलब last year के outstanding के लिए and current year के outstanding के लिए. Then 31st March 2020 prepaid insurance premium was 2,500. Now tick mark insurance premium. Double tick marking is there. मैं दो tick marking डाले. One for last year prepaid and one for current year prepaid. Depreciate furniture उसका tick marking हम कर चुके हैं. Locker rent outstanding for 2019-20 is the 400 rupees. Tick mark locker rent. Locker rent also subject to 2 tick markings. तो देखो अभी आपके जो tick marking आ गए वो इस तरह से आ गया. Your tick markings are like this. Please check it. Check करो अच्छी तरह से कि आपने सही tick marking किया है या नहीं. In the receipt and payment account. Okay. Now to begin with the payment side first. Because balance sheet, from the balance sheet we recorded capital fund, machinery in the outer column, furniture in the inner column, subject to purchases and depreciation. अभी पहले क्या रिकॉर्ड करना है? पेमेंट्स. लेकिन पेमेंट्स में पहला आइटम क्या है? बाय बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन, दैट इज अ बैंक ओवरड्राफ्ट. It was a liability of last year which is paid in current year, so not to record. लास्ट ईयर का लायबिलिटी था, हम पे कर चुके हैं, इसके लिए उसका कोई रिकॉर्ड नहीं होगा. सैलरी टू सैलरी इनर कॉलम. ओके. टू सैलरी इनर कॉलम 17,500. बट व्हाई इनर कॉलम? करंट ईयर के लिए तो कोई सैलरी का एडजस्टमेंट है ही नहीं. There is no adjustment on salary in the current year. Then it is for last year. Look at the last year balance sheet. Last year balance sheet के liabilities में देखना है आपको. यहाँ पे outstanding salary कितना है? What is the outstanding salary? 4,000 rupees. So minus from that. Last year outstanding. This is outstanding for 2018-19. It is better you mention the year. It is having a single effect. It is not having any double effect. Because that is outstanding of the last year. उसका एक effect already आ चुका है last year के balance sheet में. और यहाँ पे salary से आपको minus करना है. Last year outstanding is to be deducted. और अगर current year का outstanding है तो आपको add करना पड़ेगा. It is to be added. Insurance premium 11,000. Okay. It is to be recorded here in the to insurance inner column. But why two adjustments are there? One for last year. Look at the last year balance sheet. Asset. Prepaid insurance 2,000. Now last year prepaid is to be added. Prepaid in last year 2018-19. Last year prepaid is to be added. So it is becoming now 13,000. For last year outstandings and prepaid, there is always a single effect when balance sheet is already given to you. तो लास्ट ईयर आउटस्टैंडिंग मैंने सैलरी से माइनस कर दिया, लेकिन लास्ट ईयर प्रीपेड जो है वो इंश्योरेंस का प्रीपेड है, वो करंट ईयर लास्ट ईयर का है, इसलिए मैंने वो ऐड कर दिया है. लास्ट ईयर बट एप्लीकेबल इन करंट ईयर, दैट्स व्हाई आई डिड. But why it is still in the inner column? Because there is one more adjustment for current year prepaid. Then interest, refreshment expenses. It is to be debited to income expenditure account to interest. Interest is 1,400. Refreshment expenses to refreshment expenses. It is recorded to the expenditure side, 4,200. Furniture newly purchased, add in furniture. Purchased. Amount of furniture purchased is 30,000 rupees. Now it is becoming 45,000 rupees. Okay. Then balance carried down, cash in hand and cash at bank. This is for current year. Cash in hand 6,500. Then cash at bank. Cash at bank. It is 20,000 rupees. Okay. So in this way, payment side is recorded. I want to repeat the payment side. Please, your attention required. First of all, the buy balance brought down, that is bank overdraft, that is not recorded because that was a liability of a last year which is paid in current year. मतलब हमारा वो liability था है नहीं, payment कर चुके हम, छोड़ दो उसको. Salary recorded in the inner column and last year outstanding which is given in the last year balance sheet liability deducted from that. Insurance recorded to expenditure side and in that add prepaid of the last year. Last year में जो advance भरा था current year के लिए वो हमने add कर दिया है, but still recorded in the inner column. Then interest paid, refreshment expenses are recorded. Furniture newly purchased added in the furniture. Date is not given when purchased. Cash in hand, cash at bank is recorded because these are current year balances. Look at the payment side, two balance receipt side now. वहां पे वो कुछ भी दिया है liabilities and all that. Forget it. Printing mistake. Two balance brought down, not to be recorded. Why? Because that is a last year cash in hand. Look at the last year balance sheet asset. देखो वहां पे cash in hand कितना है 12,000. यहाँ पे भी उतना ही लिया है 12,000. Not to record this. Subscription, very important, and your complete concentration required. Okay. Right here as a buy subscription. Here it is given as a one amount. It is given in single amount, 1,05,000 rupees. Okay. And now very important and your attention required. Please look at the adjustment number 1. Subscription received include 3,000 for 18-19. Okay. लेकिन लास्ट ईयर का आउटस्टैंडिंग कितना है? व्हाट इज आउटस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द लास्ट ईयर इज 8,000. ओके, मतलब आपको लास्ट ईयर का सब्सक्रिप्शन मिलना बाकी था 8,000, उसमें से मिला कितना 3,000. जितना मिला यहाँ पे हमको माइनस करना पड़ेगा. ओके, आउटस्टैंडिंग फॉर 2018-19. But why 3,000? Why not all 8,000? Because out of that only 3,000 received. Okay, for last year. So what is not received, what is balance of the last year outstanding is 5,000 rupees. which is to be recorded to balance sheet assets. Outstanding subscription. Outstanding subscription, which you are supposed to write date wise, year wise, 1819 in our column, rupees 5,000. Okay. अब मान के चलो किसी के पास से आपको 8,000 रुपए लेना था लास्ट ईयर में, उसने 3,000 दिया, तो 5,000 रुपए आप छोड़ने वाले हो क्या? डेफिनेटली नॉट. यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू लीव दैट 5,000, कीप द चेंज, ऐसा नहीं होता. ओके, then that money is still due, still outstanding, will appear in the balance sheet asset. So out of 8,000, 3,000 received minus from subscription, and 5,000 still to be received to be recorded to current year balance sheet assets. Very very important. अगर पूरा 8,000 मिल जाता था तो फिर यहाँ पे हम लोग 8,000 माइनस करते थे. Okay, but it is received in part. Then the next is entrance fees. Okay, entrance fees are given to you, which is capitalized or given in the bracket capital, but the add in capital fund, 9,300 entrance fees. Then locker rent is an income by locker rent, record in the inner column. इसके लिए भी दो टिक मार्किंग हमने किया है. ऐसा क्यों किया वो देखना पड़ेगा. It is 1,500. Okay, please see the last year balance sheet asset. What is outstanding locker rent in the last year? 500 rupees. That is outstanding in the last year is 500. So last year outstanding हमको minus करना पड़ेगा. Outstanding for 2018-19 and balance left is 1,000 rupees. Okay. Last year outstanding minus. Okay. Now you must be thinking that sir, you deducted last year outstanding salary, आपने directly 4,000 minus किया. यहाँ पे भी लास्ट ईयर लॉकर रेंट आउटस्टैंडिंग डायरेक्टली माइनस किया. ओके, फिर सब्सक्रिप्शन का आपने 8,000 माइनस क्यों नहीं किया? बिकॉज इट इज क्लियरली मेंशन्ड आउट ऑफ 8,000 ओनली 3,000 रिसीव्ड. फॉर सैलरी नथिंग इज मेंशन्ड लाइक दैट, और फॉर लॉकर रेंट नथिंग इज मेंशन्ड लाइक दैट. ओके, इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि भाई ये पूरा लास्ट ईयर का जो आउटस्टैंडिंग है, ओके, वो पूरा मिल चुका है, वहां पे भी हमने पूरा पेमेंट किया है. ओके, लाइक दैट. Then donation also given to you, it is capitalized 800, add in capital fund. Donation. If nothing is given, only given as a donation, that means it is a general donation. Income side, general donation. But if it is given donation for particular fund, tournament fund, prize fund, building fund, okay, or computer laboratory fund, then it is to be recorded to liabilities. Liabilities side separately. And if it is given that donation is capitalized, add in capital fund. Remember this. I told you 3 parts of the donation. Only donation, general donation is the income, revenue. Specific donation, liability side separately. And donation to be capitalized partly or fully, add in capital fund. Now the adjustment number 1, उसका जो second part remaining है, outstanding subscription for current year 1920 was 14,000. This is outstanding for current year. Add in the subscription. Outstanding for current year. Outer column now 1,16,000. And balance sheet asset में already लिखा है हमने, बस हमको ये डेट वाइज इसको यहाँ पे ऐड करना है. So your total outstanding, including last year outstanding, is now 19,000. On 31st March 2020, prepaid insurance was 2,500. This is current year prepaid. Minus from insurance. Minus from insurance. And balance sheet assets. Prepaid insurance. Depreciate furniture by 3,000 rupees. Simple adjustment. Less from furniture and to be recorded to expenditure side. To depreciation on furniture. And finally, locker rent outstanding for current year 400. Add outstanding for 1920. Add karo. And balance sheet asset. Because this is income outstanding locker rent. Finish. Now close down and find out the surplus or deficit जो भी आएगा. Here credit total is more, income total is more than expenses. 117,400. Then calculate surplus. Surplus is 84,800. Add in capital fund 84,800. Now take the total to make it tally. Liabilities का total, liabilities में क्या है? Only capital fund. So it is 1,59,400. That is the answer. Complete करो. The highlights of today's question is the subscription. Very, very important. Okay. आपको ये बहुत अच्छी तरीके से समझना पड़ेगा. Then this locker rent, एक था, then insurance. Mainly this problem focused on the prepaid and the outstanding. Okay. Now please make the ruling for the question number 14, the last question of your exercise. Ruling करके रखो.